Hi betting experts, on Thursday the 10th of February, we're off to Huntingdon on Thursday. The ground soft good to soft in places at the time of recording, but I'm expecting it to dry out looking at the weather forecast. Quite a competitive, if rather low grade card. We start off with our value angle selection in the opener at 125, M1 Agency Novice Handicap Hurdle, 2 miles, Class 4, 4-year-olds and upwards, just over £4,000 on offer to the winner. A 10-runner field, and I think a really gilt-edged opportunity for Harry Eustace's Astroman to get off the mark over hurdles at the 4th attempt. Now this one comes from a yard who don't have many runners over jumps at all, Harry Eustace, but this one who's a fair flat performer with his dad James, previously rated in the mid-60s, a winner at Wolverhampton back in June 2020. Started off over hurdles when finishing a really creditable 5th behind Stepney Causeway, beaten a long way, but the winner's a really useful performer. That was back in March 2021. 2 runs since, second at Bangor behind Chivello, and then the key here at Huntingdon on good ground back in May, a cracking second behind the odds-on Robin's Dream of Gary Moores. That was by far his best effort. 178 days off. Well held on the all-weather at Wolverhampton, but really running quite well at Fakenham, despite pulling hard on ground that was a lot softer than they envisaged at declarations. Basically, Astroman is a free-going sort who needs settling, needs decent ground, and back to Huntingdon off a handicap mark of 111 in a very weak race. He can't help but go very close here. As long as he settles a little bit better in the early stages, I think he'll nearly win. For our nap of the day, we go to the 235. This is the M1 Agency Handicap Chase. 2 mile 4 class 5 for 5-year-olds and upwards. £3,812 on offer. 8 runners. Most of them are pretty much out of sorts and hard to fancy. The exception to that is Judex LeFou of Tim Vaughan. Now, Tim Vaughan, not a yard I particularly love, but hasn't got the ammunition these days. It wasn't that long ago, about a decade ago. He's having 100 winners a season. I think he's had about 8 this time around. But they seem to be in reasonable heart at the moment. He's had a couple of winners in the last 14 days. Judex LeFou has had a wind operation back in the spring in 2021 and has taken time to basically get himself handicapped. He was off a mark of 90 when he started off over fences at Ludlow on the 4th of November, and then ran really well in 3rd at Hereford behind Ben Buey. Another 70 days off, very well supported by those close to the horse late, 14 into 9 at Exeter. If you watch the run back, he absolutely glided round under a confident ride from last to first, beating Morphy by a very long-looking 13 lengths, winning with any amount in hand. That was off a mark of 86, has now got the £7 penalty 8 days later. Conditions to suit here, drying ground, a patient ride on the cards from Alan Johns. 2 of these go off in front, so they should go a good gallop, and I'm pretty confident that Judex LeFou can defy a penalty and go in again. Best of luck on Thursday, betting experts.